Good morning, children. How are you? So, I hope all of you read the poem several times. So, let's write the notes today. Let's discuss the notes today. Are you ready? Now, let's discuss. Answer the following questions in Victory in Friendship. First question is this: what was the speaker doing? What was the speaker in the poem doing? The speaker was sitting on the shore and watching the sea waves. The speaker was sitting on the shore and watching the sea waves. Question number 2. Why did the pebbles and shells have to fight against the waves? Why did the pebbles and shells have to fight against the waves? Answer: the pebbles and shells have to fight against the waves because the waves were carrying them into the ocean from the shore. So the answer is the pebbles and shells have to fight against the waves because the waves were carrying them into the ocean from the shore. Question number 3. How did the crab stop itself from getting washed away? How did the crab stop itself from getting washed away? Answer is the crab stopped itself from getting washed away by holding onto a rock. Answer is the crab stopped itself from getting washed away by holding onto a rock. Question number 4. What does the poem say about friendship? What does the poem say about friendship? Answer: the poem says that if we form strong bonds of friendships, we will win life's battle. And the answer is the poem says that if we form strong bonds of friendships, we will win life's battle. So write this, answer the following in your notebook and study well. Now let's move on to the exercise in page number 73. Exercise A. Write T for true and F for false for these sentences. So you have to write true or false. First one, the speaker was sitting in a little hut. Is it correct? No, it is false, isn't it? First one is false. The speaker was sitting on the shore, not in a little hut. So that answer is wrong. Question number 2. Pebbles and shells were scattered on the beach. Is it correct? Yeah. Pebbles and shells were scattered on the beach. That is true. T. Third one. There were mighty waves in the ocean. Is it correct? There were strong, mighty means strong waves in the ocean. Is it correct? Yeah. That sentence is correct. So it is true. Fourth one. The little crab was hiding under the rock. Is that sentence correct? No. The little crab was not hiding under the rock, but instead it was holding the rock tightly. So that sentence is false. And the last one, fifth one. The waves could not separate the crab and the rock. Is it correct? Yeah, it is true. The waves could not separate the crab and the rock because of their friendship. So that is true. So write these answers in your textbook. Now look at these sentences. What are they? The first one is the moon smiled at the stars in the night sky. Second one, wildfire ran through the forest, burning every tree. Third one, the plants were begging for water. So here in these three sentences, you can see these non-living things like moon, wildfire, plants, all these plants. It has, we can't say it as completely as non-living, but anyway, these things are, these non-living things, they are showing the quality of human beings. For example, first one, the moon smiled at the stars in the night sky. Can moon smile? No, it cannot. We know it's only a spherical thing, a spherical satellite we can see in the sky. It's a satellite of the earth. So only that much, and it's also shining. Only that much we know. But by imagination we can say it is smiling. Things are smiling, crying, dancing, like that. So if the non-living thing shows the quality of a human being, then we can call it as personification. What is that? Personification. 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 Personification means the non-living things or inanimate things showing the quality of human beings. Here, which one is showing the first sentence? Which one is showing the quality of human being? Yeah, the moon. The moon smiled. So, smiling is the quality of a human being. Next one. Wildfire ran through the forest, burning every tree. Can fire run or jump or what swim? No, it's not possible. But in order to say that the forest was caught by wildfire, here it is said that wildfire ran through the forest. That means running or ran is the quality of a human being. So that is personification. Next one, the plants were begging for water. Can you ever talk with the plant? You can talk, but can you hear the plant talking to you? Never. So that's an impossible thing. But here it is said that the plants were begging. That is also the quality shown by the human being or behavior shown by the human being. So here also personification is used. Which one? The plants were begging for water. So we have to do one more exercise regarding this one. That is in page number 74. What is that? You have to underline the words that describe non-living things as living things. So first one, the roses nodded in the wind, which is the thing that can be done by the living being. Yeah, nodded means moving your head sideways. Then second one, the sun stretched his golden arms across the city. Here, which is the human quality or living being's quality? Stretched is the quality. Means extending your hands, stretching your hands. Really sun does not have any arms, but here it is said that it stretched the golden arms. Means the sun is shining there. Its ray reached the city. Third one, the trees shed their leaves like old clothes. And which is the living being's quality? That is shed. Means removing. Then fourth one, the candle flame danced a happy dance. Which is the the word that describes the living being? Yeah, living being's quality, that is danced. Can a candle flame dance? No, it can move sideways. So that movement is denoted by the word danced. And dancing is the quality of a human being. So here danced is we can say it is personified here. Next one, fifth one. Time and tide wait for none. Here, which is the word that describes non-living thing as living thing? That is wait. We don't know what we can't see time and we can see tide, but the quality of human being wait is used here. So that is personification. Next one. The full moon peeped through the dark clouds. Here, which is the quality shown by the living being to describe that non-living thing? That is peeped. So here, in all these cases, the words that describe non-living things as living things are given and they are known as personification. Okay. So write these words in your textbook. Underline these words in your textbook. Hi children. I hope all of you wrote the notes. So study well, and if you have any doubt, contact me. So till we meet again, bye.